coming to you live on your chin. Oh, kid. Oh. This is the Goin Deep Show.
Let's do this.
Brace yourself while corporate America tries.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
We are now entering hell.
I want to go deep.
Yes! That's amazing.
Fighting for the powers of evil because good is dumb. I'm the kid. This is once again
The Goin Deep Show.
in studio tonight. Endo, let me turn you on. What do you want? 3, 4, 1, 2, 8, 9, 6, 1. What? 2. You're in the fucking 2 hole.
Hey-o!
Oh. Say hi to everyone.
Hey, fuckheads. Are you fucking listening or not? Throw some shit in the chat if you're fucking listening, bitches.
Uh-oh.
Also joining us,
fucking bitches.
My new favorite man.
Mr. Crowley.
We haven't gotten to fight yet, so we're not
I
official.
am the master of the clit!
We're not officially friends yet. Remember that?
Fuck you.
Sure.
No.
This is the angle everyone has to get at now. Yet, if you have to say gay shit, I went back and listened to the second episode of this podcast. Okay, the second one.
Was there some gay shit?
Mr. Clean and the Paralyzed. I'm sorry to listeners. El Presidente first of all. Okay.
Hey, saving the best for last.
You are
2020
fucking
vote,
tits and ass right
El
there,
Presidente.
You are the fucking tits and ass right there, baby.
Pussy.
Anyway,
Pussy?
we went back to the second. I went back to the second episode, and it's Clean and Paralyzer in the studio in Depends undergarments, and it was like just them acting like fucking fags the whole goddamn episode, just acting as gay could be.
You fucking dick!
It was pretty good. It was pretty fun. They were way ahead of their time. Way ahead of their time.
I've been a fan
Who
of
was
the
that being
gay
gay?
chicken for a long time. Why? I'm getting like feedback.
I did
Are your
too.
headphones
squeaking.
Are your headphones too loud?
They sound fine, but I'm getting like a squeak when I talk.
Do it again. How's that? Just a little
Chickadee,
little
chickadee, 1,
quieter.
2. Sounds okay now.
What do you say we cut the chit chat?
That's at the end. You got to hold off. Okay, here we go. Now listen to me. Okay. We were talking about COVID and shit like this, and I had a story that I wanted to bring up because there was a fucking bitch who was not masking. She didn't want to mask.
Oh, there's so many Karens, dude. There's Karens everywhere, man.
You can't say that. That's the N-word now. Karen
Oh,
is
yeah?
the N-word.
Karen?
Karen, you can't say the K
Karen?
word.
What can't you say? Karen? Karen.
I know.
It's the offensive word is Karen. Mm-hmm. Karen. Okay, got it. Can't say Karen.
Those
Got
Karens.
it.
Those Karens have
And
been
for dudes,
so.
it's Brad.
Karens. Is it really?
Yeah,
I thought it was
Brad's
Ken.
For the dude, no, Brad.
Oh,
Brad.
Brad, huh?
That's a
You ever
weird one.
watched the movie Whipped? Brad.
Okay.
Yep.
Isn't that the
Look
name
it
of the?
up.
Isn't that the name of the Red Eye podcast? Whipped.
No, it was the 4 something. I heard
Sorry.
The story is here. This chick gets pissed off, refuses to wear a mask. So what does she do? I want everybody quiz answers now. Okay, this is quiz answers. Let's talk about this. What do you think?
Is it multiple choice?
What? Well, no. I'm gonna just get. You have to just take a blind stab what this bitch does because she doesn't want to wear a fucking mask.
Coughs on people.
Coughs. Okay. What do you think there, Endo? What do you got?
Spits.
Spits. Okay. What do you got there, Endo? You, Mr. El Presidente.
Can't say
Jizzes.
swallow.
She jizzes on people.
I
got you. You can use that one.
touches everything and rubs
With her
it on the
penis.
body.
Oh, you are
Yes.
all wrong. California woman is accused of urinating in the middle.
Golden showers.
Urinating. Where does she urinate, everyone? She urinates in the middle of a Verizon store.
That's amazing.
After police said she refused to wear a mask and then refused to leave. How is it?
That is so lame.
How is it that's your first reaction? You know what? I gotta fucking piss. I'm gonna piss right next to your goddamn new phones. I'm gonna fucking pee everywhere.
Do you remember the
I
lady
do
that
like
did
to
that in
piss.
like a Burger King or an Arby's? She took a shit. Have you seen that? Have you seen that? There's video of it. She gets mad at somebody. This was before COVID, but she gets mad at somebody. And there's video footage. She just drops trow right there in line for like where you would order inside of I think it was like Arby's or Burger King or something. She takes a straight up shit on the floor, grabs it, and then hucks it at the people behind the counter.
Monkey business. It
So there's
sounds
a
like
proud
something
tradition.
I have to
of-
pee.
I need to know.
Speaking of pissing, I do have to pee. We did not pee during break.
You're playing
so.
the pee sounds, and then you. Oh, gee, I wonder why you have to pee. Because you know the power of suggestion right there.
See, it's fucking simple.
Okay, so like my first reaction, if I get pissed off or somebody's going to make me
What's the
leave or do
message
something, I don't know. See, it's fucking simple. I don't know if my first reaction is to like let me do some bodily function on somebody. I would cough, like you said. The initial reaction was to cough, but to piss.
I love it's funny when people are like when they're getting pissed off. You know what? Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll shit on your chest.
You just say that to them.
I just say it to them, and then they're like,
That used to
what
be an
the
old technique.
fuck?
If somebody's fucking with you back in the day, like somebody gets up in your face and you just go, "Bitch, I'll suck your dick," and then they usually just like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" They like usually get away from you.
I said
was
that
an
last
old
week.
technique.
To the wee wee guy. I don't know his name. I call him wee wee. I don't know his name.
Hey, wee wee guy.
The little guy that was too fucked up to even. I know you.
my
I know
God.
you. I'm like, he got all pissed at me, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll shit on your fucking chest. And he's like,
Did you say that?
Yeah.
You didn't.
You didn't hear me say that.
That's how fucked up he was.
You think I would have caught that?
And he was like, what the fuck, this bitch?
I kind of want to get more details on the story because I didn't even read
It's
this.
gonna
I
backfire
always
on you
try
one
to like
day.
do it. I try to do it like so that we all are knowing the story at the same time, right? Okay, so here's the rest of this fucking story. The alleged incident occurred at the blah 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 blah. Employees told police 3 customers were asked to leave the store for not wearing masks. They called back and advising that the female is pulling down her pants and is now urinating inside the business. 911 dispatchers heard, telling responding officers. Police confirmed the incident, said officers arrested the unidentified woman after finding stolen merchandise. Oh, so she was ripping shit off. So this explains a little bit.
Most cell phones are waterproof, so, piss isn't going to hurt them.
Here's the thing. If I'm going to rip shit off, I want to go in there not knowing what my identity is. And if people are encouraged to wear masks, would you not fucking wear a mask to hide and do what they say and then fucking steal the shit and get the fuck out? Mm-hmm. That seems really weird to me.
Yeah.
But
I
from
don't know
where I used to work retail, when you have somebody stealing something, they're going to cause a scene. And it's to
distract.
And usually somebody else is doing something more. But this is all stuff that you will not find on the podcast of 4 islands from popularity.
No, we don't want to put their name out there. We don't want them to have any. We want to encourage everyone. We want to encourage everyone to go to 8hole.com between 6 and 9 p.m. Monday, all the way 7 days a week. 7 days a week, you're going to hear the Red Eye podcast. You're going to hear a beautiful, I would call it remix. I would call it a remix of the wonderful things that they're doing, along with some of the past things. We're encouraging local podcasters to, yes, absolutely, you podcast as much as you want. I cannot wait to hear the amazing things that come out of this, because if you know what a remix is, or what do they call it when they blend the 2 songs together? What do they call that?
Mashup.
Mashup. This is the only way I can describe what is going to be coming. It's going to be the most lame conversations with some little zingers thrown in there as the fucking show. I mean, it's going to be fucking amazing, everyone. I can't encourage anybody more. Please go listen.
That's amazing.
8hole.com, 8hol.com.
No E.
7 days a fucking week.
No fucking E.
Nobody needs goddamn E. Okay, let's move on here. I know I keep trying to bring up the last couple episodes when we saw you at HHM. Do you remember me having a conversation with you about how much of a fan we are of the dude we were just mentioning before?
Yeah.
Is it just because I become completely appalled by average? I'm completely appalled by average things. I don't want to see, I don't want a Honda fucking Accord, okay? I don't want that. I want something cool. I don't want a fucking vanilla.
I couldn't wrap my head around the whole thing. It's like, you're there with that, I'm way better off. So the cool thing that came out of the night was I made a friendship with the dude from Austin, Texas, that's got Ron Short. He had a movie that was there, Feel Good on Wheels, and he's got Stoned and Starving. He's got YouTube, Stoned, playing video games, and he's a really cool dude. So that was the one nice thing that came out of the night there for it. But yeah, there's a certain point I think all of us go when you see your ex out with some douchebag and you just go like, yeah, I'm better off. Let him deal with it.
It's true. It's true.
So
I'll agree with you on that. Yeah. Let's talk about now how good that chick was. Let's talk about how good she was in the sack. Let's really just destroy her.
I fucking roofied her, I guess.
There it is.
I think she roofied
There
me.
it is.
Let's just destroy her credibility. Okay, because
There it is.
she wants to be like this. She touted herself as this holy kind of roller kind of a person. And I think I mentioned an episode or two ago. Do you think that that's like a safety net, scapegoat? I can use this as an excuse to get out of shit. I think we kind of briefly touched on it, but we didn't really dive deeper into that.
She was kind of stiff, wasn't she?
Well, I think, and it wasn't just me that she used that with. That was her go-to with, I think, any male. And I think when women are looking for sugar daddies, they've got to have those little bit of buzzword outs that are convenient that I can, they can fall back on. Where guys pretty much won't press. Any self-respecting guy won't press the issue. They're gonna be like, ooh,
we're in a world now where guys can't do anything that's over, even just a smidge over the top. You can't do this. This is a laundry list of shit that guys can't do nowadays without getting the finger wagged at them on every fucking level of society. That's just how it is.
Right.
That's why I love coming in here and just saying whatever the fuck I want. And if somebody's got a problem, then go fuck themselves. Pretty much. That's what it is. That's all this room means.
True.
Cancel me. Go ahead.
True.
So
You're so problematic, kid.
hey, somebody's got to have a little attitude. Come on.
Watch your microaggressions.
True story.
I don't have microaggressions.
It's just delaying about 20 seconds.
Oh, is it?
You saying you have macroaggressions then?
No,
Yes.
I'm way more passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive. Okay. Pick your toxic masculinity, I guess.
I read a story just recently today about a porn star who was going to let her fans fuck her. And immediately I thought to myself,
Yeah, some of them do that.
I can't even fucking...
They have like fuckafan.com. It's like a thing.
There's no fucking way I could wrap my head around that. I don't even think... I don't think
a lot
I could.
of porn
Could you
stars
fuck?
escort too.
Right, but could you...
or take guys to high school prom.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah.
Could you seriously, let's say a porn star, you win a contest, and she would let you fuck her. There's no fucking way.
But it's going to be on camera, so it's like...
There's no way. I could
don't
never
know.
do that. I couldn't do that.
Why?
Because I don't want... she's been pummeled by fucking 30,000 cocks in her life. I just don't...
Well, as long as she's clean, I don't really care.
But how do you know if she's clean? That's what I'm saying.
Don't porn stars get tested like every week?
The
I thought they get tested like every week.
There's nothing appealing about it to me.
So keep in mind, we talked about COVID-19 earlier. COVID-19 is kind of like herpes.
Sticks with
You can have it, not know it. You could be giving it to somebody, not knowing it. So think of it that way.
I think it's more in my brain that I could not wrap my head around it. And I don't think there's a porn star that I would even want that with. Can you, off the top of your head, think of a porn star you would fucking say, oh yeah, she offered up, I fucking do it.
I don't have an urge to fuck a porn star necessarily. Like, I don't. I like watching them, but I don't know if I would ever.
Who's your favorite porn star?
But then again, like if a porn star came up to me and I was horny or something, and they were like, "You want to fuck?" and I don't know how to react in that
you
situation.
could teach them how to squirt.
I'm sure they know. I'm sure they know.
Well, something new they've never done before.
But I always get a little cheeky grin when they're like, "I'm not a squirter." I'm not. They say confidently,
It's a
"I'm not a
challenge.
squirter." And I'm like,
Welcome to my world.
I'm not going to lie. This is a power that I wish I had. I would love to make you squirt every day. The only thing is...
No, it's a mess.
there can only be one.
That's
It's
exactly
like
what I was
Highlander.
I was actually going to that. I was going to how much of a fucking...
Highlander.
How much of a fucking disgusting mess would that shit be everywhere, every time you fucking do that
Well,
shit?
that's what she asked. She's like, "Is that part of your daily routine?" I'm like, "No. I don't want to wash my sheets every single day."
So only on
It's a bit
birthdays,
much.
anniversaries.
Do you have like a calendar?
he
It's
said,
got a
yeah.
big S on the a certain day.
Just
Saturday
when the mood
squirt
strikes
day.
me.
Saturday squirt day.
It's when the mood strikes me.
Is there any forewarning do you give the woman and just say, Or
I didn't
just
think of
let it
that.
happen?
That's a great fucking question. You're going to town and you're just like, oh, guess
It
what?
depends on the situation. It depends on the situation, I
Do
suppose.
you make her hold her piss before you guys have sex?
It's not piss,
No.
though. It's not pee, is it?
No.
No, I'm
Why?
I just heard that if you don't go to the bathroom before you have sex, it's a better orgasm.
Oh, I could see that, the bladder swelling and kind of like putting more pressure in there. Okay, I could kind of see that. That's never entered the equation.
I was just curious.
I usually just make them pee on me. Duh. Come on, what do you do?
See, it's fucking
Yeah,
simple,
I
dude.
just piss
Yeah.
All the same.
everywhere.
We as I would go back and listen to the shows with El Presidente on, there was a mutual friend of ours, Meadow, who came into the podcast, who Mr. Crowley also mentioned, and she wanted to pee into the mouth of one of our guests. Did
she ever do that?
I don't know. So I was asking because El Presidente, you have talked to her more than I have over the past couple of years. Did she ever say anything about the? I'm sure that's not conversation out
again. Meadow's kind of a monogamous, wonderful, happy relationship.
She's in a monogamous relationship now.
Oh yeah.
I ran into her a few months back at her place of employment randomly, and I was
Because she
didn't
switched
quite remember
employment.
me, but I remembered her, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, oh god," blah, 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 once she realized.
She's
but
definitely.
I never brought up the peeing in somebody's mouth thing.
I've always wanted to have her and her guy come in.
She's in a very happy relationship.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
sure
that dude's
I'm
great.
if she's in a very happy relationship, I'm sure she's urinated into his mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that dude is an amazing musician.
Yes.
Great. Yeah,
Yeah.
just awesome.
Who's that? Oh, wait, we don't- yeah, you can't say.
There's no nickname we've given him, but he's
No.
a buddy of mine on the baseball team. Actually was in the band with him at one point.
I probably know him.
Twigs was in the band with him. So, yeah. So I've always thought it'd be great to have them in to do a little catch up, little refresher.
We ran into them last year.
She said she wanted to get a hold of you. So
Yeah, we were at fucking. It was the night when we thought we called the Uber because we thought we were at Chets, but we were at.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
We were at We thought we were at Bemo's, but we were at Chets because we were so fucked up.
My neighborhood.
The Uber just passed us,
Listen,
and we're like,
listen to
"Fuck,
me.
we're not
You
at
gotta go to
Bemo's."
Barney's for food.
I call
man.
that the
So
last
go on.
time I sprinted. Okay, and the reason I say this
yeah, you did
is
that
because we got so fucked up at Chets. No, at
Bemo's.
We got so fucked up at Bemo's. We walked down to Chets. We get even more fucking destroyed. So much so that when we called the taxi to pick us up, we tell them to pick us up at Bemo's because we thought we were still at Bemo's. So then as we're waiting outside for the fucking taxi to come, we're like, hey, here they come. Fucking zing right by us.
And I'm like, "Fuck, we're not at Bemo's. Where the fuck are we?"
That's the last time I seriously sprinted it that hard to catch that fucking taxi.
You don't need to do that with Uber. I was an Uber driver for a while.
They
you just gotta
say
call them and be like, "Hey, we're 2 blocks away. We'll be right there."
By the
They'll
way,
be fine.
By the way, I've
okay.
had.
I loved your Uber stories,
Dude,
by the way. I
to me.
listened to them.
That's the one. That's the when I go and meet people and they ask me, "Are you still doing the show?" That is the one thing that they constantly bring up. They're like, "Hey, tell me about the guy who had the 2 dudes in the back of the Uber that didn't."
fucking
With the
insane.
missing arm.
It was fucking insane.
Let's refill everybody in.
That
on this.
night
This
was
is a
one of the
great
most
story.
insane nights of my life.
And they were going to give you a big tip, no tip, no.
And
Yeah.
when you told the story, it's so funny. Like when I listened to the show and before I met all you guys, and then
you were a listener before you met Kid?
no, not before I met Kid, but before I met everyone else.
Okay.
Obviously, because yeah, but and then when I met you, I was like, oh, it was all clicking together.
It's the
But
Uber
it's so
guy.
funny. It's like what my brain portrays people and what they sound like and what you actually look like. I was like, you're way cooler in real life than what I had in my head.
Yeah. No, what did you have in your head? This is more interesting to me because almost never does the voice match up to the person when you've listened to them first. It's weird, right? The brain always creates like an image of the person no matter what. So what did I look like before you met me?
You kind of look like how GDub looks.
I don't know how GDub looks.
He's on the wall over there. Show
He's licking
Crowley.
he's doing the
pull it off and
he's
show
doing
Crowley.
the universal sign of eating the pussy.
Okay.
You thought he looked like Dub?
So like the similarities, like the shorter hair and the little The little like
Like a
goats.
dude bro? You thought I looked like a dude bro, kind of?
No, not kind of. Just no.
Like the pencil thin beard and the.
Yeah, like.
He really
So I look
looks
like Smash
Kevin
Mouth.
Smith.
Yeah.
Smash Mouth. Okay, I understand. Yeah.
GDub
okay.
looks like Smash Mouth.
Yeah. I mean,
The first
Smash
time
Mouth
I
isn't a
listened to
man,
the
but you
show,
know what I mean.
I couldn't figure out. I had to listen really hard to figure out the voices of Kid, even because his mic makes him sound a little just.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Crowley, tell a story. Fill
This is a
everyone
good
in on the
This is a
story
good recap
about
story.
How detailed do you want me to get for the retelling?
not Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday.
Well, I mean, it had a lot of nut job details to it, but
I
yeah.
loved it all.
Last call of the night, I get a call, pick somebody up, and I keep looping around because I can't find this person. Their location is like not in a house or anything. I keep looping around this one area, and finally, at the end of this bridge, there's a stoplight in the middle of the fucking like cross lanes of traffic with a little concrete riser, and I see two guys, and I pull up to the stoplight there because I'm just about to go home. I'm like, I can't find these people. And the guy comes running over to me and he's like, "Are you the Uber?" And he's like erratic, completely erratic, crying and like distraught. And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He's like, "Oh, help me I'll pay you extra. I don't care. Help me get this guy into the car. He's a veteran and he's my war buddy and he's you don't know what he's been through. It's fucking crazy." I'm like, "Oh God, okay." And I walk over and I'm parked in the middle of the street right now in cross traffic at the end of a bridge, by the way, illegally. But it is, thankfully, it's the middle of the night, so nobody was around. And I see this guy. He's an amputee. He's got a fake arm. He's passed out, leaned up against the light post, with puke all over him. And
Fucked up, man.
Yeah, and I'm like, and this guy's trying to stop. He's like, "He's a war buddy. He's a fucking hero. You don't know what we've been through tonight." He's like, keeps going on and on. He's like distraught, freaking out. And I'm like, "You need to call like an ambulance." This guy is like choking on his own vomit and is unconscious. And he's like, no, man, just help me get him in the car and I'll pay you extra. I don't care. I'm like, you gotta put something down in my car. He's covered in vomit. And he's like, okay. And he like takes his shirt and coat off and he puts them on the back seat and stuff. This guy's manic as hell, like the most manic person you've ever, like he was on drugs or something almost. Yeah. I mean, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. He sounded just like he was like maybe they had a bad night, like he was saying, you know, I don't know. But I helped. It is extremely hard to load a man covered in puke, trying not to get the puke on you in a car that you can't get under his arm because he's got a false arm to pick him up. Like, trying to get this dude in a backseat of a car was the most difficult motherfucking thing I've ever come across. We eventually got him in somehow. And then we're driving home. I'm driving this guy. He's in the front seat with me. He's like, "Oh man, thank you so much. He's like crying and bawling, and he's like, "You don't know what we've been through." And I'm like, I got some sympathy for veterans. I know they go through some hell and they're not treated very well. Like, there was a whole reason I didn't just say fuck off and drive away. But like, you better give me a tip for this. Like,
you should. You think?
I was nice about it. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna tip you fat. I'm gonna tip you fat the whole night." He's like, "I'm gonna tip you so much." And eventually we get him there, and I actually helped the guy carry him inside to his house too, on top of everything. And I'm like, "Man, hey, he laid him on his back." And I'm like, "Man, you gotta roll him onto his stomach or like on his side or something. He's gonna choke on his own vomit, right?" And he's like, "Oh yeah," and he just wouldn't do it. And I'm like, "Okay, man, well, bye, I guess." And that whole thing took about 3.5-4 hours.
Jesus Christ,
between
dude.
everything.
Holy shit!
Guess how much tip I got?
Zippo.
I guess spoiler alert. I already told the story, but I got zero fucking tip from them.
True
Not
story.
even fat?
What's that?
Not even some fat?
Nothing.
Damn.
See, the thing is, he came in here. This is one of the first times you came, or maybe the second or third time, because you've been coming in since like 2016, like 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
that to me showed, that was one of the first things I think that made me think, okay, this is a good dude. He did what you first of all, these motherfuckers aren't anywhere near where I'm staying. You stayed there, tried to figure out where the fuck they were.
I had sympathy for the people.
That says a fucking lot when you do that kind of thing. I'm on the job. I'm going to make a little bit of money. Yeah, you're make a little bit of money, but
doing the right thing.
You're doing the right thing. I was like, okay, because a lot of that goes into like,
it was a hellacious experience.
Who do you want to hang out with? You want to hang out with the people who are just like, you just want to hang out with people who are true and real and all that shit. So if that's one message over the course of this entire fucking evening, I think that's what the fucking message is.
Hey,
so,
I appreciate
Well
that.
said.
Yeah. You ever had that kind of shit?
Give me the feels, kid. Thank you.
We got
for the feels.
No way.
We got destroyed in Pittsburgh last year, and
gotta pee.
We don't even remember the ride home in the Uber.
I remember the ride home in the Uber.
We were scared out of our minds because this guy was driving like a fucking maniac, and he was kept offering us gummies.
Crawley's got to pee, but I want him to hear this story.
Okay, so
go pee.
Listen, I'll bring up another news item until you go piss. Okay.
What time do we got?
We got fucking. Let's see.
I thought I just heard a.
Yeah, he did.
It was the sound bed, but we got like, let's see here.
Okay. I'd like to bring my dick out in public. What the fuck? It's important to kids see that kind of shit.
We're almost done. We're down to our last 4 or 5 minutes here. Okay, we're down to our last 5 minutes.
Okay,
Of the
well,
program.
it can be after the show that we tell the story, but.
Whatever.
Jesus. She doesn't even need to talk anymore. You can just fucking do this shit. Okay, so dude, let's talk about El Presidente, man. It's good to see you back in here. I really, I've always enjoyed your presence in here and being, open with the conversations and stuff like that, and not dodging any of the bullshit. You do like to do the real stuff, and I think when we talked last year we always wanted to go into relationship because that's the thing, the relationships of life, and that's really all that anything is.
Right.
Whether it's with
friends,
guys, girls, guys, friends. If there's one thing that you can boil down life into, it's what's your relationship like with this person, that person, this person. And there's never been that in my mind more than over the past week with that guy dying next door. And I keep thinking to myself, should I have communicated with him more? Should I have been more proactive in knowing who he was? Mm-hmm. So that it's kind of like, I think that more than anything over the past 7 days in my brain has been like, oh, maybe I should have fucking been more invested in him, and talk. Because Endo, you talked to him more than I did.
Mm-hmm.
It goes both ways too,
Yeah, no, I talked to him. I talked to him quite a bit because we'd mow the lawn, and I'd start mowing the lawn, and he'd get out there mowing the lawn, or I'd check the mail, and he'd come check the mail. He liked talking to the mail.
He just wanted to look at your ass. He wanted to check
I was thinking that.
Yeah, but whatever, I mean,
made his last days really, really good. Hot chick next door.
So.
The girl next door.
Right, but in my brain, that's the kind of the thing, because she even mentioned they're having a memorial for him tomorrow, and I don't know, we got a pretty tight day tomorrow.
If I didn't have going on what I have going on, I would totally go over there with a card and flowers.
Something, just to kind of show face. I mean, we're neighbors and stuff. When somebody, there's nothing that will reset your brain more than something. I'm not saying close to you. But somebody in proximity, even close to you, will fuck with your fucking head, man. I
can't unsee him getting loaded into the ambulance in a body bag.
Crazy.
I mean, it all boils down to this, and it may sound very cliche. Don't have any regrets. Always say what you think you should say in the moment. Don't leave anybody, without saying I love you, give them a hug, high five, whatever it may be. And just do that, because we don't know when our time is. I mean, so
you want to know what's fucked up?
We're all on the end of the wrap-up show. What
I was like, all right, I'm leaving. Bye. I'm gonna go die in a car accident, and you're gonna be pissed because the last thing you called me was a bitch.
I like calling you a bitch, though. That's the thing. I'm like, why is she saying that's a bad thing?
I am a beautiful individual that causes hard-ons.
Wow. Did you make that up?
No.
Yes, you did.
You made that up.
No, I did not.
Guys, it's time for final words. Endo, your final words were that, right?
I'm a bitch.
I'm a lover. I'm a child.
Crowley, what do you got? Final words.
That was his
final words.
Yeah.
I don't remember the rest of the song, damn it.
What do you get, El Presidente?
What are your final words?
Mine are always the same.
Lame.
My final words are this.
I fucking roofied her, I guess.
Everyone, the kid, this is Goin Deep Show. Visit 8hole.com. Send us an email studio at Goin Deep Show. We will see everyone soon.
Suck a dick.
Suck a dick. Did you say your final words? Say final words.
Final words are be kind, love one another.
Go
it's
fuck
the Nashville
yourself.
way.
Fucking
And then
lame.
fuck each other.
Go deep.